Okay, welcome back. Thank you for coming to see me again. Um, just tell me how you've been lately since I seen you last. I know I saw you a week ago. Just tell me how you feeling today.
A little better.
A little better. Okay. Well, last time I know that was our first time meeting. We just did a psychosocial assessment so I can get some more information about your background, just where you were born, who you were raised by, just some background information about you and your family, and also just to go over some presenting issues that you brought that you had concern about. So we talked about that you were having issues with your husband. You're going with through a divorce, and you were devastated because your husband left you for your best friend. And you were telling me how you've been eating more and just have not had the same amount of energy that you used to have. We kind of went over the employment situation, how you're not doing as well as at your job as you used to, and just has anything changed since last time?
Yeah, a lot has changed. I came to realization that I need to let all that go, focus on me, and get back to reality.
Okay, good. All right. So I know last time we did I gave you a depression scale, the Beck Depression Inventory. So I kind of just want to go over the results of that with you today. Is that okay with you to
Okay.
go through that?
Okay.
Okay. So I scored your depression inventory, and said that you scored let's see, you got a 23, which is a moderate level of depression. How does that make you feel to hear that you may have a moderate level of depression?
Um, Thinking it to myself and hearing it back smacks me in the face.
Smacks you in the face. Okay, gotcha. Um, so I kind of want to hit on some of the questions on here that kind of stood out to me because I know we hit on some of this stuff the first time, but some of these questions kind of stood out to me. The one about the changes in appetite, I saw you scored a 3 on that, which is the highest, and it says you crave food all the time. Yeah, in our first session, you were saying that you had been eating more than usual and had been gaining weight, and that's kind of unusual for you because you're usually an athletic type and take care of yourself and exercise. So can you just tell me a bit more about your eating habits since everything's been happening with you?
They've gotten a little bit better. I've start back working out, not just sitting moping in my feelings. So I'm getting back out.
Okay. Um, I mean, when you were eating, how much would you say you ate?
Not a lot. It wasn't how much, it was what I was eating. Maybe ice cream and cakes and stuff weren't the best thing to eat late at night.
Okay, so it wasn't so much as you were eating more; you just making poor choices, poor dietary choices.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, has that impacted your health at all?
No, not really.
Have you been to a maybe like a physician to
No,
check
not
it?
lately.
Okay. Um, okay, good. I'm glad that you have that awareness to see that your eating habits are not what they used to be. Okay. And also I wanted to touch on some more. Let's see. You say you also I know you're a businesswoman. You're part of an accounting firm and whatnot. But you were saying you were having issues at work because you've been fatigued. How has your fatigue impacted your work?
Like I say, I feel like I'm a little bit back to myself now. I'm eating a little better, drinking more water, so I'm focused more on myself and work. So I think before I lost my focus, but I'm refocused now, somewhat.
Okay, you're refocused since the last time I seen you.
Yes.
Okay. And I also saw you had a change in your sleeping pattern. It says you haven't been getting a lot of sleep. How have you been doing with that recently?
That's been a little bit better too. Like I say, when I stopped sitting up in the bed eating ice cream and cake late at night, that allowed me to get back on my schedule and get my sleep.
Okay. Okay, I know your presenting concern was that you and your husband were going through a divorce, um, and because he left you for your best friend. So, have you spoken to your husband since, or your ex-husband?
I have spoken to him.
You have.
Yes.
Okay. Is he still living in a home with you?
No.
No. Where is he living at the moment?
He has his own place.
Is this a new place or a place he's had in the past?
I'm assuming it's a new place.
Okay. Have you spoken to your best
No.
friend? Oh, okay. It's just how have you been feeling like about the divorce? are you excited about it? Or are you still like feeling sad about it? Or just go through your feelings with me for a minute.
I'm not excited about it. Of course, I'm sad and upset about it. But I can't be with a person who doesn't value me. So that's that.
Okay, tell me about a situation with your husband that you didn't feel valued.
I think this one right here speaks volumes. You have a wife at home, but you go outside of the home. So this one right here has to be 100% the worst one.
Okay, so you believe you felt like he treated you like you weren't enough for him? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay. And let's talk about the betrayal from your best friend. How does that make you feel?
She was like family to me, so that's like a stab in the heart. It's like I'm missing a family member now.
Okay, so you feel empty?
No, I don't feel empty, but I just feel somebody that was that close to me that knew just about everything about me could do that to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And let's talk about your support system. Do you have anyone like close to you that you could speak to? I mean, I know you have me. I only see you once a week though. But do you have anyone outside of your like maybe counseling that you could speak to and talk to when you need help?
I do.
And who would that be?
I have family members, my mother, my kids, but I'm a private person. I don't like to talk about certain things, but when I do, they're there.
Okay. So you like to keep things in your private?
Not so much that I like to keep things in, but I just don't like to bother other people with my problems, my issues.
You feel like a burden?
No, I don't feel like a burden, but I just feel like why rain on somebody else's happiness with my problems?
Okay. So you don't want to just overwhelm people with your issues. You don't want to keep them private, but you just want to not burden them. Is that what you're saying?
Somewhat of both.
Okay. So if you had to choose one person to tell, because I know you say your mother, you could talk to your mother, but have you told her about the situation at all?
She knows.
She knows. Okay. And how are the conversations with her that you have? Are they positive or
they're positive? She's not husband beating. She's just giving me advice and I'm listening. She's not telling me what to do or how to do it. You know, she listens, and that's what I need.
Okay. I don't know if I asked you this before. Did you have any children in the mix?
Yes, I have 3.
You have 3 children, and sorry. How has the separation or divorce, pending divorce, impacted them?
Well, not so much. I try not to let them see my pain, and they have their own relationship with their father. So that's that.
Okay. So you're trying to be strong for your children.
I'm not so much trying to be strong for them. They're just independent-minded people, and they make their own decisions about things.
Okay. So let's see. Let's talk about some more items on this inventory. I saw that you scored a 2 out of 3 for your agitation. It says, "I'm so restless and agitated, it's hard to stay still." Are you feeling agitated with people maybe at work or with your children or just people in general?
Just the situation.
Just the whole situation with the divorce?
Yes.
Okay. But are you taking that out on anyone?
No.
Okay. Okay. What about irritability? Are you feeling more? Well, I saw that you marked the 2 for irritability. It says you are much more irritable than usual. How has have you noticed a shift in your level of irritability?
I think it's a little better. I think that came from lack of sleep, being tired and thinking about the situation so much. But I'm getting through it.
Okay. All right. And also said, well, you scored a 2 on worthlessness also. So let's talk about that a little bit. Are you still feeling worthless or having feelings of worthlessness?
I don't know where that came from. I never felt worthless. Mm-hmm. Maybe a feeling a little bit betrayed, a lot betrayed, but never worthless. I know my worth. That's why I can't understand why he did what he did.
Okay. Well, you say that, but on the inventory, you marked it too that you feel worthless compared to other people. Maybe it was because when you first came in, you were feeling very desperate and in despair and whatnot. So maybe it changed.
It did. That's what brought me to you. I felt like I needed somebody outside the family to talk to. Mm-hmm. But once I sat down and reflected with myself, I realized it wasn't me. I might have contributed to it somewhat, but I knew it wasn't all my fault. So,
okay. So are you saying you may need to do this again because it may be out of date? You're feeling a little better since we last talked?
Yes.
Okay. But I still kind of just want to go through a few more things because you scored relatively high, moderate for depression. So we just want to make sure that it's nothing too severe, possibly leading to a diagnosis of maybe like major depressive disorder or something else. Let's see, it possibly could just be like an adjustment disorder or something, that lasts a short period of time because you're having so much change going on within such a short period of time. So we just kind of want to rule out any major diagnoses. So that's why I'm going through this inventory with you.
Okay.
And also last week you scored a 3 for pessimism. It says you feel your future is hopeless and it will only get worse. So how are you feeling about that today? How are you feeling about your future today?
I don't know where that came from. Maybe I felt like my relationship was hopeless and going nowhere, but not my future.
Okay. Well, your future with your husband, how about that? How does...
That's how I feel now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you got a 2 on sadness. It says you feel sad all the time. Has that changed at all?
It's getting a little better. I'm still sad about the situation because that's the person that I cared about for a lot of years. I still care about him, but I don't like him right now.
You don't like him right now. But do you think y'all could reconcile in the future?
Anything is possible, but not right now.
Okay. Let's talk about the sadness a bit more. And how you think you'll move on from here. In a perfect world, how would this situation play out for you? How would the living situation, the divorce settlements, how would all of that work out for you?
In a perfect world, it wouldn't have happened. But if you mean me living without him, that means me going on with my life and being happy and not consumed with the past and what he did.
Okay. So what changes do you think need to be made in order to get you back to where you used to be when you were happy all the time? You were on your
Well, nobody's happy all the time.
Well, happy majority of the time. That's what I mean.
Well, like I say, I'm focusing back on the things that I need to focus on: my work, my career, myself. Mm-hmm. So I think those are steps in the right direction, and not so much worrying about a life with me and him, but a life with me and going on with my life.
Okay. Let's talk about the sadness a little bit more and also the irritability. I want you to, what are some coping skills you could possibly use to help you when you're having those feelings? Like, what are some positive things you could do instead of having that irritability or that sadness? Are there any hobbies you have that you could do or?
Sure, I can go out and run. Take a long run.
Take a long run? Okay. Give me at least two more things that you could do in the moment. Taking a run, that's something you have to dedicate to, but what's something in the moment that you could do?
Well, probably looking at one of my favorite shows or movies that make me laugh. Mm-hmm. Talking to my kids. Playing with my dog. Just simple things like that.
Okay. And who are some more people you could talk to? I know you said your kids, your mom, and do you have any like coworkers or any family?
There's not a lot of people I put in my business. I talk to people in general, but I don't put all my business out there. You don't need people knowing all your business.
Okay. Have you had any suicidal thoughts?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just have to ask and make sure.
No, a man's not going to take me there.
Okay. I just have to make
not
sure.
at all.
Don't be offended. I just have to make sure.
Not offended, but no, nothing is going to take me there.
Okay, gotcha. So, any homicidal ideations that you want to
No.
hurt other people?
Yeah, at the time I wanted to hurt him, but I didn't want to kill him. You know, that comes with anger.
Okay.
Of course.
How'd you want to hurt him?
I don't know. It was nothing particular, but you know.
So you didn't have a plan?
No,
Okay.
never had a plan.
Okay.
It's just, you know, those feelings.
Okay, gotcha. Just making sure. Let's see. It seems you scored a 0 on your indecisiveness. It says you're able to make decisions about as well as ever. So I see that hasn't changed much about your decisiveness. You're able to make decisions.
Yes.
And think straight.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. How's your concentration been? I see you scored a 2 on that also. It says hard to keep your mind on anything for very long. How's your concentration been impacted as far as work or just things around the house or anything?
They're getting better. Like I say, I realized I couldn't wallow in my sorrows because nobody cared but me. So I had to get back to business. The world goes on, and I realized that.
So you're able to concentrate and focus on tasks at work and
yes,
do everything you need to get
yes.
done.
When I'm at work, I'm at work and I can concentrate.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, it seems like you're doing well as of now. I would love to have you take this again just to see how the score changes. I think, you know, since you took it so early and you were probably feeling very hopeless at the time, it may not have reflected what you feel now. Because right now it seems like you don't have a very high score on many of these items. So I would like for you to take it again just to see where you are and just to kind of rule out any diagnosis of anything serious like major depressive disorder or adjustment disorders or any Z codes or anything such as like issues related to divorce and all that stuff.
Sure, whatever you think.
Okay. What about self-dislike?
No.
Have you been feeling about how's your confidence been since the divorce?
Well, it was waning a little bit. That would present itself when your man goes away with some other woman, but overall I'm a pretty confident person in my work and, you know, everything. So it did take a hit though.
It did. In what way? Did you feel inferior to your best friend?
I didn't feel inferior, but you know, the question why and how come.
Mm-hmm. If you never got those questions answered, would you be okay from your husband? If you could never figure out why or how come, how would that make you feel?
Yeah, I would always wonder, but I guess I would have to be okay.
Would you want to sit down and talk with him and have like a session with him in the future? Maybe with me?
No.
No?
No, this is my time.
It's your time? Okay. So there's no chance of reconciliation at all?
I don't know, but right now this is my time. I'd rather work this out for myself.
Okay. But is he still going to be in your life as far as you'll have to see him and communicate with him for your children?
Well, my children are young adults, so I don't have to see him ever if I don't want to see him.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, when it comes to family functions or whatnot, would you have to interact with him?
I wouldn't have to.
You wouldn't? So he wouldn't be around?
He could be around and I didn't have to interact with him.
Okay, but say if he walked through the door right now, how would that interaction be?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's day by day.
Day by day. But if you walk in right now, how would your reaction be? Would you?
I'd be stunned because I'd be wondering why he was here and how he knew where I was.
But would it be a volatile situation or would you be able to be amicable?
No, I'm not a violent person.
No, not volatile. I mean, not violent as in physical. I mean, like verbally.
No, I think I worked through that.
Okay. Well, okay. Thank you for your time today. In our next session, we're going to kind of try to just figure out how we can get y'all on better terms, if that's even something that you want.
Well, I have to think if that's what I want. Right now, like I say, I'm just here for me and nobody else. So I just need to work through my issues before I can talk to somebody else and work through an issue with them.
Okay. And also, I'm going to get you to take this again just to see how your answers have changed. All right. And I'll see you next time, okay?
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.